right, you guys. So I'm gonna close my workout with some core work, and I'm gonna try to talk to you in the midst of that. We'll see how conditioned I am. So start with some plank twists. One thing that you guys may or may not know about me is I used to be a very heavy drinker. I drank all the time, every day, never missed a day, never. I would go through, I can't really talk and do this. I would go through one of those big bottles of Smirnoff. That was my kryptonite. Smirnoff with pineapple juice and ice. That was so a pineapple on the rocks. I guess that's what you would call it. And I did that every night. And the biggest thing, do some like leg lifts. I could probably do that and talk. The biggest reason as to why I drank so much was because I hated my situation. I was at a job that I absolutely hated, and I didn't see a way out. Like, I was wrapped up in one of those, oh, no one's gonna pay me what I make here, and I already have bills to accommodate my lifestyle. And if I stop working here or take a pay cut, I'm gonna lose something, like my apartment or my car. You know what I mean? I didn't want to do that. So I just kind of thugged it out and drank all the time as a way to like cope with it. But it gets to a point where money just ain't it no more. You know what I mean? And it's different times for everybody. Just like when I talk to y'all about weight loss, like it just gets to a point where you just don't want to be overweight anymore. It got to a point where I was tired of always being miserable at this job. Like, I didn't even care about the paycheck no more. And mind you, I had been there for 6 years. So I've been putting up with it for like 6 years, right? It just got to a point where it's like, I don't care anymore. At this point, the bank can come and get the car. At this point, they can evict me about this apartment. Like, I just got fed up with being miserable all the time. And I also got fed up with drinking all the time. Like, it started to mess up my stomach. I would wake up with hangovers after a while. Like, it was just getting to be too much. And I was like, I'm ready to change. Like, is this what life is going to be like for the next 50 years? You know, am I going to have to drink every night to cope with how much I hate my life right now? You know, and I was doing this from 25, 24 to 30. And I'm just like, and I wasn't just like out drinking, being social. No, like I was drinking at home. Like you could classify me as a low-key alcoholic. Like I never had physical addiction to it. Like, oh, if I don't get my drink, I start sweating and shaking. It wasn't like that, but yeah, I needed my drink now. I needed my drink every day. And so the point I'm making is at some point you have to realize the shit's just not worth it and find new habits that are actually positive. You know what I mean? Like drinking is not positive. You don't get anything out of that shit. You might get a good time for the moment, but your problems come back when you sober up, right? If you're a heavy weed smoker, like I used to smoke the shit out of some weed. Once the high is over, you're back to dealing with whatever you were trying to avoid. You know what I mean? It's just a temporary fix. It doesn't fix the problem. And a lot of time we have these vices because there's something that we're trying to avoid. And for me, I was trying to avoid shit. I don't mean, I was just trying to avoid feeling miserable, to be honest with you. That's what I was trying to avoid. But the time that I took drinking every night, I could have been coming up with solutions to get out of the situation I was in, right? Did that mean maybe going back to school or getting some type of certificate or starting my business, which I did, you know, and I got out of that situation. But all the wasted time just, just wallowing in my own pity instead of figuring out a game plan to get out of the situation. I could have been got out. But at the time I felt trapped. I just didn't know a way out. And I'm here to tell you there's always a way out. No matter how miserable you may feel, no matter how sad you may feel about your current situation, there's always a way out. It may take some time. You have to come up with a plan, but don't ever feel like you're trapped in this situation. If you're overweight and you want to get out of being overweight, don't feel trapped in your body. Like, you can lose weight, you can get out of it. You may have so much to lose that you feel like there's no way, but I promise you there is. Y'all, I lost 115 pounds. That's a lot of fucking weight. That's a small person. Okay, that is a small person that I lost. And I'm here to tell you, when you do come up with that game plan and you get out of it, you look back and you start thinking like, now why did I feel trapped? Because it's like the solution is so simple, but you don't see it in the moment because you're just so trapped in how bad you feel. But the solutions really are simple. Now, executing it is hard, but like the solution is really not that hard, but you just don't see it in the moment. You know what I mean? So stop using your vices as a way to escape the current moment just to be back in it when you're done. Come up with a game plan to get yourself out of that situation so you can be happy, so you don't live in misery, because I'm telling you, it's not fun. It is not fun feeling trapped. It's not fun feeling like this is the way life is going to be forever until the day you die. Like, it's not fun. I've been there and done that, and I promise you there's always something better for you, but we also have to realize that we have to sacrifice things too. You know what I mean? Like, I could have got out of that job, but I wasn't willing to sacrifice my lifestyle. I wasn't willing to downgrade an apartment. You know what I mean? So it's like, sometimes you just have to sacrifice for now. It's not forever. So take that into consideration. Life is beautiful. Sometimes you just don't see it because of your current situation, but there's always a way out. Never, ever, ever feel trapped. Okay? Bye, you guys.